Warner spinning the football, you were saying, right? Or was it Harrison?
Well, so from my understanding, and Ryan O'Hara, the now assistant coach and quarterbacks coach, he talked a little bit about this today. But Aiden Warner he's not had a bad spring.
Mm.
I know that people kind of they freak out because he's the walk on and everything that happened last year wasn't great. But I don't think people really accounted for the fact that Aiden Warner could get better. I think people were they were done. They moved on. You bring in Harrison Bailey. Well, we're done with this. But I think Aiden Warner has gotten better. And I think that it's not necessarily just where this QB2 thing has been decided. I think that he is making a push. Now, Harrison Bailey's still going to be expected to be QB2. That's why they brought him in. And he had a couple good throws. I mean, UF has started putting the clips out there from practice, and he had a couple good ones. But Aiden Warner had a couple good throws too. So competition's always good. It's never a bad thing. We'll see that. It seems like Aiden Warner has gotten better. Hopefully, neither of them have to see the field instead of mop up duty. Your hope is that DJ Ladd is healthy for the entire season. But yeah, listen. The kid is spinning it. It's just a matter of is he spinning it at an elite level, or is it just he's having a couple good practices and scrimmages. But it looks like he's better. Some of the throws and the clips that they put out today were pretty dang good throws. So it's
Look,
just report in the news.
The cat could always spin it. It was just when there's the other side of the ball is playing defense is when things start to get a little weird, So that's what that's still my concern, and that's gonna happen in real. Nothing against Aiden, but look, love hearing the progress. I think that's important. There was a ton of clips, ton of hype for the running backs. One being Waltez Clark. I mean, it's everybody, and so we know how good this running back room is. But look, when they're having that much success, you got to think that O-line, which we've been hearing some good things, looking juicy. Talk to me, Cam. Spit on me.
Well, I mean, that shouldn't be a surprise. The running backs have never been bad. I know that people kind of gave crap with pass protection when a certain now former Georgia player was still there. But the running back room has always been the most consistent room since Billy's arrived with his staff. Jabbar Jaloop does a heck of a job. There's a reason why I think he was a semifinalist or something for the Broyles Award. They're the ones who they get the most consistency with recruiting, it feels like. And so it's not a surprise in the least bit that this is the room that's having a really good spring. The offensive line, to your point too, that's not a surprise either. The amount of work that's gone in over the last few years of them rebuilding the depth, developing guys, and now you have four.
You ever watch your favorite football team, whether college or NFL, and you see the hold? Where's the flag, ref? Where is it? You're calling, you're whistling, or sometimes it's the other way around. They call the hold, and you're like, open your eyes, ref. Well, now you get your chance to have your voice heard. With Penalty Verdict, you get to do all of that. With Penalty Verdict, you get to vote on penalties called in real time on both NFL and college football games. Engage with the community of football fans who desire fair play and accountability. Unlock the next dimension of sports by engaging with real-time polling of referees, players, and teams. View data-driven insights to help inform discussions about the game. Penalty Verdict is the development phase, and we would love to hear back from you. What features do you want to see in the app for next football season? Check out penaltyverdict.com/Hightop Sports to get in on the action. Now, listen, boys, you and I both know we have had our moments of hooting and hollering. Now's your time to speak up. We're giving you the platform. Take advantage of it.
4 veteran starters returning, and another one in Bryce Lovett, who played a lot last year, stepping at right tackle. I mean, the sky's the limit for the run game, if just to be blunt about it. They're two of the better position groups. Rufus would agree with me that they're two of the better position groups, by the way. Future running back. But it's no surprise. And, yeah, Waltez Clark, it's maybe a weird thing with he may be lower on the depth chart because you got Jaden Baugh back. You got Jacoby Jackson back. Trayon Webb, whenever he gets fully healthy, that's someone that maybe
it's nuts.
It's much better than he did last. I don't know what work he did in the weight room this year, but it has paid off. He looks so much bigger than he did last year. And so for a guy like Waltez Clark, where it's kind of maybe a weird spot as a true freshman, as an early enrollee, but he's taking advantage of his opportunities. He had a great scrimmage. we've heard good things about him too. So although maybe this year may not be the year because there's a bunch of guys in front of him, he's going to be great in the long run, and enrolling early has been paying dividends for him. So listen, when you break down Florida's position groups, I think everyone could talk about, depth and experience, and they got some talent with recruits and whatnot. But the running backs and the offensive line have been the two consistent groups, I think, that where you look at and you go, there's not really a lot of question marks. The receivers, I think, for example, you could have like question marks of like, oh, how are the true freshmen really going to do? Are they going to live up to the hype? How's DJ going to do when he's healthy? Is the defense just a fluke, or are they actually legit? The running backs in the offensive line, I don't think you can ask those questions at all. They look the part. They have the history to back it up, and now they have everything. It feels like
It's
you have your
yeah.
Lego, you have your Lego set, you have your directions, you need all your pieces. It looks like the Lego set's finished with those two rooms. They look like they have everything ready to be two of the best units, not just in the SEC, but in the entire country.
Did you hear what Kane 1.0 said about the defensive?
No.
He said the defensive line, but he believes it could be one of the best in the country. And so obviously there was concern with not filling in that defensive tackle position or the nose tackle position that they were looking to fill. But he feels very confident, again, what Chapman's bringing to the table. Watching this and seeing kind of more progression, how are you feeling about the defensive line?
Well, I would equate it to, I think the last time I was on the show, we talked about the offensive line recruiting that, why didn't they go after a portal tackle? Well, it's because the younger guys have been sitting and waiting. It's their time to go now. You don't recruit these guys for nothing. You can use that for the defensive line. It's time for guys like Mekhi Barrow and DeAndre Robinson to really step up, and they got to take a big sophomore leap. When Caleb Banks gets healthy, it's time for him to prove that you didn't just have 4 great games. You're about to go have 13, 14, 15 great games. And Jamari Lyons, too, has a chip on his shoulder returning from injury. He was competing to start last year when he went down with his ankle injury. Now this is his chance where there really is kind of an opening to go play right away at nose tackle. It's kind of your spot to lose, even though you were hurt last year. Go take advantage of it. So, yeah, I know that there were, I think some frustration with people because they weren't as active in the portal as they were last year. I know it can be frustrating when you see, teams like Miami or, whatever, go after and get guys in the portal consistently. But, John DeCoster, I know it's the opposite position group. John DeCoster said that they don't like to live and die by the portal pretty much. That they're not really a portal team. They use it like JUCO in the past. They find their holes on the team. They hit the portal to see what's out there, and they fill those holes with that. They don't have any holes on the defensive line, it seems like. They are very confident in the group that they put together. And ultimately, you don't recruit a guy just to let him transfer eventually. You don't recruit a guy to not play him. You need your recruits to start stepping up by year 2. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see what DeAndre Robinson and Mekhi Barrow really do with their roles. I'm excited to see Jamari Lyons back on the field. And, when Caleb Banks finally gets healthy, I'm excited to see how he builds off of 2024.
Pup Howard, I think you tweeted, wasn't there. Jaden Robinson got some love from Billy from the linebacker room, which he's a name that always gets overlooked, but I was giving some love. Cameron James had a pick, I believe, a tip pick, which I love. I love me some Cam James. Again, that edge room is something that we're talking about. Jaden Woods is getting a lot of love as well. Studervant, he's number 9, Rob S. is asking. I think Studervant's 9, right? And Dallas Wilson 6, or I got it backwards. Is that right?
No, you're Advance 9, Dallas Wilson is 6.
Okay. Look, go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I was just gonna say something about Jabbar Jalouk. I mean, you look at the guy that obviously he didn't recruit the highest rated running backs in high school. I mean, Jaden Ball, 3-star, averaged 14 yards per carry in high school. Jacoby Jackson, obviously was yeah,
Juco,
exactly. Yeah. And then Montrell Johnson, obviously transferred from over for Louisiana Lafayette. We know what he could do. He was out a little bit, but I mean, just those 3 running backs right there. If you're a PFF guy, 82 run grade from Jaden Ball, 76 run grade from Montrell Johnson, 77 run grade from Jacoby Jackson. All averaged 5 yards per carry or more last year. I mean, you can't ask for nothing else more, especially from Jaden Ball, who comes in as a freshman. You've got Jacoby Jackson, who's I believe he's never really started. I mean, you're getting production out of guys like, and I'm not going to say guys like that because I think they're tough running backs, but you have to tip your cap to Jabbar Jalouk. And I saw some film a little bit, a little bit of old Steve sent me some film today.
Behind the scene footage.
Yeah, old Waltez Clark, man, he did really, really well in those scrimmages too.
We got Gates look like he's back on the field as well, coming back from injury. Bryce Thornton was another one that I think was dealing with a little injury as well. It seems that just about everybody is getting back to their healthy status, which is good to see as well, outside of a few names, again, like Pup Howard. Lagway's out there, although with his shoulder. You were talking